Right, I have this question paper here with me here. It's June 2018 question paper 1. Obviously, the additional materials that are needed: geometrical instruments. Right, this is Fairly Maths Academy. Right, if you need help, you can get hold of me on 0773987001. That's my number. You can WhatsApp me there. You can call me on that number, right? So these are the instructions for the candidate. Write your name, center number, and candidate number in the spaces provided, right? Check that all the pages are there. Write your answers in spaces provided. Use black or blue pen. If working is needed for any question, you should show it on the answer space below that question. Omission of essential working will result in loss of marks. Then the small answers which are not exact should be corrected to 3 significant figures unless stated otherwise. Answers in degrees should be given correct to 1 decimal place unless stated otherwise. You should take note of this, right? So that's our paper 1. Number one requires us to express 3,598 as a number in standard form. So as a number in standard form is 3,598, right? We want to express it as a number in standard form. It's just like 3,598 times 10 to the power 3. It's a very big number. We want it to be as small as possible. In fact, not as small as possible. When a number is expressed in standard form, it is being expressed in the form a times 10 to the power n. So our a should be a number from 1 to 10. So we want to express this to a number in standard form. So our comma is here. We move it 1, 2, 3. So it's 3,598. We moved our comma to this side, to the left 3 times. So it's 3,598 times 10 to the power 3. So it's 3,598 times 10 to the power 3. Then part 2. Correct to 2 significant figures. Correct to 2 significant figures. 3,598. We want it to 2 significant figures. So to 2 significant figures, we are counting. This is the first significant figure, second significant figure. The one in front of 5. Is it 5 and above or below 5? It's 5 and above. So we are going to add 1 unit there. So it becomes 3, then 6, 0, 0. These two are reduced to a 0 and a 0, but we add 1 to 5. So it's 3,600. Then find the approximate value of the square root of 3,598. So the square root of 3,598, we express this. We round off this. It's to the nearest 1,000. It's what? Is it to the nearest 1,000? Let's round off to the nearest 100. It becomes 3,600. So it's square root of 36. This is approximately equal to that. So it's 36 times 100, right? So this becomes root 36 times root 100. What's the square root of 36? It's 6 times square root of 100 is 10. So it's 60. It's approximately equal to 60. Right, number 2. Find the exact value of, right, allow me to zoom in a little, right. Find the exact value of 7,03 minus 2, what. So it's 7,03 minus 2,145. Make sure your numbers, the commas are in line, tens, hundreds, thousands, units. Then you subtract 5 there, we added 110 there, so it's 10 plus 10 minus 5, it's 5, 3 minus 5, it can't, we add 110 there, 1 unit there, 13 minus 5, it's 8, 110 there, 1 unit there, 10 minus 2, it's 8, 7 minus 3, it's 4. So our answer is 4,885. Then part 2. Part 2 requires us to multiply 4,32 times 0,11. Right? 0 is a placeholder there. We ignore this 0. Right? Or we can put it into consideration, right? So 1, 2. 2 zeros is placeholder. 0, 0, 0. Then 1, 0. 1 times 2 is 2, times 3 is 3, times 4 is 4. Then 1 times 2, 2, 1 times 3, 3, 1 times 4, 4. Then we add 2, 5, 7, 4, 0. How many digits after the comma? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 0,4752. That's our answer there. Then part B. Simplify. Right, that's our part B. Simplify 1 and 7 over 8 plus 2 and a third, giving the answer is a mixed number. This is going to be, we convert this to an improper fraction. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 7, 15 over 8 plus 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7 over 3. Then this becomes, what's the common denominator there? It's 24. 8 into 24, 3 times 15, 45 plus 3 into 24, 8 times 7, 56. Then we add this 6 plus 5, 11, 5, 6, 10 over 24. Then 24 by 5 is 100, right? 24 by 5, it's 20 there, 10, it's 5 by 4, 10, 20, 5 by 2, 10, 12, so it's 120. So it's 24 by 4, 96, right? 24 by 4, 16, 8, 9. So it's 96. So it's 4, and from 96 to 101, we have 5 out of 24. So our answer is 4 and 5 over 24. 4 and 5 over 24. Right, then number 3. Express the time 0025 in 12-hour notation. This is 25 minutes after midnight, right? It's 25 minutes after midnight. So it's 12:25 a.m. 12, 1 small dot, 25 a.m. Right? Then B, a goods train left Johannesburg at 20:30 on a Wednesday and arrived in Beitbridge after traveling for 27 hours, 45 minutes. So it means after 24 hours, it was 20:30, Thursday at 20:30. This is after 24 hours. So we just subtract 24 hours from 27 hours 45. What do we get is 3 hours 45. So 3 hours 45, we add it to 20:30. What do we get? This is Thursday. We now add another to 3 hours 45. 20:30 plus 3 hours 45. Right? So it's 5 there, 7 there, 3 there, 2 there. But we convert this to reasonable minutes there. So we subtract 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, to get 24, of which 24 is 00. Then what do we have there? 15. So it's now Friday, 12:15 midnight, right? That's Friday. So state the day on which the train arrived at Beitbridge. It arrived on Friday. That's Friday. Find the time at which the train arrived at Beitbridge. It's 00:15. Right? Or this is 00:15 a.m. or 00:15 in 24 hours. This is 12-hour notation, 24-hour notation. Right? Then number 4. Evaluate the cube root of 0,027. The cube root of 0,027 is 0,3. If we multiply this by 0,3, we get 0,09. Then multiply it again by 0,03, we get 0,027. So it's 0,3 by 0,3 by 0,3. So our answer is 0,3. Then part B, this is our A. B, 1 and 7 over 9 to the power half. Express this as an improper fraction. 9 by 1 is 9 plus 7, 16 over 9 to the power half. Then this is the square root. This becomes the square root of this to the power this. Square root of 16 over 9 to the power 1. So it's the square root of 16 is 4, square root of 9 is 3. So it's 1 and 1 over 3. Then C, 3 to the power 0. That's our C. 3 to the power 0 times 3 to the power negative 2. We have the same base there. So we add the powers. It's 3 to the power 0 minus 2. So it's 3 to the power negative 2, which is 1 over 3 squared, to get 1 over 9. So it's 1 over 9. Right? Remember, this is Felicitas Chenke, your tutor. Right? This is Felicitas Chenke. If you want to get hold of me, you get hold of me on 0773987001. Please remember to comment in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to my channel so that I keep posting more videos for you. Right, so number 5, state the number of lines of symmetry of a regular nonagon. For a regular shape, the number of sides is equal to the number of lines of symmetry for any regular shape. So what is a regular shape? A regular shape is any shape that has equal sides. The sides are of equal length. So for a regular nonagon, we have 9 lines of symmetry. A nonagon has 9 sides, right? Then B, the sum of interior angles of a regular polygon is this. Find the number of sides of the regular polygon. So the sum of interior angles is equal to 180 multiplied by n minus 2. This is the sum of interior. So it's equal to 3,960 degrees. So divide by 180 by 180. We remain with n minus 2 is equal to 18 there, 1, 18 there, 2, remainder 3, 18 there, 2. So n is now equal to 2 plus 2. N is equal to 2 plus 2, so n is equal to 4. Right, so the number of sides is equal to 4. N represents the number of sides. Right? Then number 6. Simplify 1, this is a 1044 base 8 minus 175 base 8, giving the answer in base 8. Right, so for subtraction 4 minus 5, it can't. We add our base there, it becomes 12, 1 unit there, it becomes 8. 12 minus 5, it's 7. 4 minus 8, it can't. We add our base, it's 12, 1 unit there, it is 2. 12 minus 8, 4. 0 minus 2, it can't. Add our base, it's 8, 1 unit there, 8 minus 2, 6. So it's 6, 4, 7 base 8. 6, 4, 7 base 8. Then the B part, convert 10111 base 2 to a number in base 6. To convert this to a number in base 6, we first convert this to base 10. So to convert to base 10, we expand in powers of the base. So it's 1 times 2 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 0 times 2 to the power 3 plus 1 times 2 to the power 2 plus 1 times 2 to the power 1 plus 1 times 2 to the power 0. 1 times 2 to the power 4, 0, 1, 1, 1. Then simplify. This is 1 times 2 to the power 4 is 16 plus 0 there plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 to the power 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. So we now have 16 plus 4, 20, 22, 23 to base 10. Then we convert that 23 base 10 to base 6. Remember, we have to convert it to base 6. So to convert it to base 6, we divide by the base we intend to get to. So it's 23 divided by 6. 6 into 23 is 3, remained 5. we are going to write our remainders on the right side, right? Then 6 into 3, it's 0, remainder 3. So our answer, we write the digits upwards. So it's 3, 5, base 6. So 3, 5, base 6. Right. In the diagram, that's circle geometry. In the diagram, W, X, Y, and Z. W, X, Y, and Z are points on the circumference of circle center O. WX is equal to XY. WX is equal to, so WX is equal to XY. And angle XZW, XZW is 42. Calculate the rest of the angles. So to calculate those angles, let's just do it blindly, right? This WX is subtending an angle 42 there. It should also subtend an angle of 42. This is the circumference, so it's 42, also 42 degrees there. Then this is equal to this, so we have an isosceles triangle there. So the bases where these equal sides are footing, those are the base angles. So the base angles are where these equal sides are footed, right? So the base angles are equal. This is 42 degrees. Then we now have a diameter there. ZX is a diameter because it's passing through the center, right? So the angle subtended at the circumference by the diameter is 90 degrees. So to get this, we subtract 42 from 90 to get 48 degrees. Then we now have 90 plus 42, right? 90 plus 42, what do we get? It's 132. From 180, we get this angle. So 180 minus 132, this is 848. So this is 48 degrees. Then, if you remember it well, we had an isosceles triangle there. So 42 plus 42, it's 84 from 180. 84 from 180, what do we get? 6 there, 18 minus 9, 96. Then we subtract, this is 96. So we subtract 48 from 96. What do we get? 16 minus 8, it's 8, 9 minus 5, 48. I think we are done. So calculate WYX. WYX, it's 42 degrees there. WYX, 42 degrees. That's our 42 degrees. Then YWZ. YWZ, right? YWZ, it's 48. If you look carefully there, we could get this angle, easily get this angle. It's subtended by this same chord, 48, 48. So YWZ, it's 48. Then WXY, angle WXY, is 96 degrees. So that's circle geometry for us. Remember, you are watching Felimes Academy with Felicitas Chenge. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share my videos. You can share those videos with your friends. You can share with your nephews, your daughter, everything, right? So solve the equations A, 1/3 x minus 1 is equal to 7. Right, we want to solve this, we can bring this negative 1 to this side. So we now have 1/3 x is equal to 7 plus 1, right? So 1/3 x is now equal to 8. We now cross multiply. This is the same as x over 3 is equal to 8 over 1. Some may confuse 1/3 x with 1 over 3x. Right, so cross multiplying, we now have x is equal to 24. So our x is 24. That's our x. Then part 2, part b. Our b is 4 to the power 2n minus 3 is equal to 8. Right, if we look carefully there, that 4, this 4, can be expressed as 2 to the power something. This can be expressed as 2 to the power something. We look something that is common in this and this, right? Look for something that is common. Just look for something that is common for this 4 and this 8. So we have 2 to the power 2, that's our 4 to the power 2n minus 3 is equal to 2 to the power 3. Then this is product of indices. We have raised 2 to the power 2 and to the power of something else. So we multiply the powers. We now have 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 2n minus 3 is equal to 2 to the power 3. So if this 2 to the power this is equal to 2 to the power this, then this is equal to this, since this 2 is equal to 2. Right? So we now have 2 times 2n minus 3 is equal to 3. Then multiply 4n2 by this minus 6 is equal to 3. Bring this negative 6 to this side. We now have 4n is equal to 3 plus 6. Then 4n is now equal to 9. Divide both sides by 4 by 4. So n is equal to 2 and 1 over 4. 2 and 1 over 4. That's our 8b. Moving on to number 9. 3 sets. Right, it's becoming darker in here. Let me try to increase the light there. The light in. Right. So 3 sets A, B, and C are such that A is a subset of B and C is a subset of A. In the answer space, draw the Venn diagram to show the relationship between sets A, B, and C. So if A is a subset of B, it means B contains A. So B contains A. This is our A, B. A is a subset of B. It's in set B, right? Then we have C is a subset of A. So A contains C. So C is in A. There is our C. That's how we show the Venn diagram there. Then B, in the diagram, 3 sets P, Q, and R are intersecting. Right? Use set notation to describe the shaded region. Right, this shaded region, if you look carefully, it's P intersection R union P intersection Q. This is P intersection R. Then we combine it with P intersection Q. This is P intersection Q. Right, so union means combining, right? So it's P intersection Q union P intersection R. That's our set notation. Then next question is number 10. It is given its variation. It is given that y varies directly as the square of x minus 3. Y varies with the square of x minus 3. This is the square. Express y in terms of x and a constant k. So to remove these values we introduce an equal sign and a constant k. X minus 3 squared. So we have expressed y in terms of x and a constant k. So y is equal to k x minus 3 squared. Then b, that's our b. Given that y is equal to 16, so we are continuing with this. Y is equal to k x minus 3 squared. We are given that y is 16 when x is equal to 1. So for y we substitute it with 16. For x we substitute it with 1 minus 3 squared. So 16 is equal to k. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. My mind is calculating ahead. So it's 1 minus 3 is negative 2 squared. So we now have 16 is equal to k times negative 2 times negative 2, it's 4. Divide both sides by 4 by 4. So k is equal to 4. Then we want to find y when x is equal to 10. So we get back to where we started. We said y is equal to, but we now have k being equal to 4. X minus 3 squared. So that's the equation connecting y and x. So we now want to find the value of y when x is 10. So when x is equal to 10, y is equal to 4. In place of x, we put our 10 minus 3 squared. So this is equal to 4. 10 minus 3, it's 7 squared. Then this is 4 times 49. Multiply 4 by 9. 4 by 9 is 36. Carry 3 there. 4 by 4, 16 plus 3. So it's 196. So y is 196. That's that for number 10. Let's move on to number 11. Solve the simultaneous equations. Right, let's solve using the method of elimination there. We have an x there and an x there. We can simply subtract equation 2 from equation 1, right? So x minus x is 0. Y minus 2y, it's y plus 2y. We get a 3y is equal to 5½ minus 2½. What do we get? These halves, they cancel each other, right? 5 minus 2 is 3. Divide both sides by 3 by 3. So y is equal to 1. Right. We said 5½ is just the same as 5,5 minus 2½ is just the same as 2,5. This 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 minus 2 is 3. This is just for clarification, right? Then we now have y being equal to 1. Substitute this y in equation 1. Substituting in 1. We now have x plus our y, which is 1, is equal to 5½ Bring this to this side. X is equal to 5½ minus 1. So x is equal to 5½ minus 1. It's 4½. It's just like 5½ minus 1. We have 5 loaves and a half loaf. Then subtract 1 loaf. What do we remain with? It's 4½. So 5 loaves, half loaf of bread. Then subtract 1 loaf of bread. What do we remain with? It's 4½. So x is equal to 4½, y is equal to 1. Then Moving on to number 12, it is given that, right, it is given that 3x plus 2y is equal to 12, is equal to 12 is an equation of a straight line. Find the gradient. To find the gradient, we just express our equation in the form y is equal to mx plus c. This is the gradient and this is the y-intercept of the line, right? So our 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. We want to express it in this form. So it's just like making y the subject there. So we now have 2y is equal to 12. This comes to this side, it's minus 3x. Divide by 2, by 2, by 2. So y is equal to, starting with this, it's minus 3x over 2 plus, this is 6. So our gradient is equal to negative 1 and a half, negative 3 over 2. Sorry. So gradient is equal to negative 1 and a half. Then part B. Find the coordinates of the point where the straight line crosses the y-axis. The straight line crosses the y-axis at the y-intercept, right? That's where our line cuts the y-axis. So at this C, what is our C here? Is plus 6. So the coordinates there, this is the y coordinate and the x coordinate is 0. So it's 0, 6. That's our y-intercept. Moving on to number 13. Simplify 3x squared over x squared minus 5x divided by x over x squared minus 25. Right? Dividing, we are going to multiply. We change that division sign to multiplication, then invert the second fraction. So we have 3x squared over x squared minus 5x times x squared minus 25 over x. Factorize these two. What do we get? 3x squared over x outside, factor out x there, then x minus 5 times, this is difference of two squares, so our two brackets, square root x, square root 5, x 5, plus in one bracket, negative in the other. Right? That's how we factorize difference of two squares expression there. Right, so we now have this x divides into this to remain with x there. This x minus 5 into x minus 5. This x into this x. So we now have 3 times this. So it's 3x plus 5 to get O over 1 to get 3x plus 15. So we have simplified as far as possible 3x plus 15. That's our number 13. Moving on to number 14. Right, number 14. The formula for converting a temperature in degrees centigrade to a temperature in degrees Fahrenheit is F is equal to 32 plus 9C over S. Find F when C is equal to 30. So we have our formula F is equal to 32 plus 9C over S. So when C is equal to 30, what is F? F is equal to 32 plus 9 times 30 over is that an S or what? Is it over 5 or S? It's over 5. Right? Over 5. Then divide this 5 into 36. So we now have f being equal to 32, so it's over 5 there. 32 plus 9 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54, so we get 86. Our f is equal to 86. Then make C the subject of formula. So our formula was f is equal to 32 plus 9c over 5. We want to make C the subject. This comes to this side. F minus 32 is equal to 9c over 5. Multiply by 5 both sides. So we have 5f minus 32 is equal to 9c. Then divide by 9 both sides. We now have c is equal to 5f minus 32 over 9. 5f minus 32 over 9. That's our formula there with C the subject there. Right. Number 15, we are going to do number 15. Right, that's our 15, our number 15. Express and simplify that, the length of that, find the least possible. We are going to do number 16, because I no longer have enough light in here. That's number 16. Let's do that. That's number 16. I'm going to post a video on the continuation, right? But you do it for now. Then compare it with my answers. Or let's discuss it in the comment section. Then number 17. That's number 17. I no longer have enough lighting in here. Right, so that's number 17. Then number 18. We are going to do all those questions in the comment section, and I will do a video on solving them. Number 19. That's our number 19. That's our number 19. Then number 20. This is number 20, inequalities. You can watch my video on inequalities. The number 19 is on sets. You can watch my video on sets. Number 21 is on trigonometry. You can watch my video on trigonometry. That's number 21. Watch my video on trigonometry. Number 22, travel graphs. That's number 22. You can screenshot them. This is number 23. I think this is the final one. Number 23. It's mensuration. Find x, calculate the total surface area. Then, it's not the final one. Number 24, logarithms. You can watch my video on logarithms. Number 25, matrices. You can watch my video on matrices. That's number 25. Number 26, screenshot those questions. Transformations, that's geometrical transformations. You can watch my video on geometrical transformations. That's the question there. Number 26, the second part of geometrical transformations. I think we are done. So find your answers, then let's discuss those answers in the comment section. Until we meet next time, this is Felimates Academy. please remember to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.